So you may be turning and talking about some things. But the first thing we're going to do is put the problem up. Are you ready? And when you have the answer, thumbs up. When you know the answer. Wow. Thumbs up quick. Who would like to share their answer? Just the answer. What'd you get, sweetheart?
10.
You got 10. Did anyone get a different answer than 10, or do we all agree? Do y'all do like this?
All
Me too?
agree.
You all agree it's 10?
Yeah.
Wow, so who wants to tell me how you knew that? I mean, like your thumbs went like that. How did you know that was 10 so quickly?
Because it's such a short number, and we do that a lot with our fingers.
Okay.
5 and 5 is 10.
Okay, so you just knew it. You just say 5 and 5 are 10. What's your name, sweetie?
Rylan.
Rylan, R-Y-L-A-N?
Mm-hmm.
So Rylan said, you know what? I just knew it. Can you just know some of your facts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do know some of our facts. 5 and 5 are 10, right? Did anybody figure out it was 10 in a different way because you didn't just know it? Did you have a different way you found it out? What about you? You just knew it in the snap. Did you have a different way?
Our teacher, in kindergarten, our teachers taught us on 10, so I know in the snap.
So what does that mean?
When I was in kindergarten, our teacher taught us 10s, and so I knew in the snap.
Oh, so you just know them. Awesome. Okay, well then let's try another problem. Are you ready? I want to put up another problem. I want to see if you can use what you know about 5 and 5 to help you solve this problem. Are you ready? Okay, here comes our next problem. Make sure I write it down right. When you know the answer, put your thumb up. Okay, who wants to share their answer? What'd you get, sweetheart?
16.
You got 16. Anybody get a different answer than 16? What'd you get, honey?
17.
She got 17. Anybody get a different answer than 16 or 17? What'd you get? 11. Any other answers? So we all agree it's one of those three. Would you agree with that? It's one of, everybody agrees it's one of those three?
I think it's 6.
Perfect. So let's talk about which one it is, because I don't think it can be all of them. Do you? It's got to be one, right? So let's see if we can figure out which one it is. Who wants to share their thinking on how you solved the problem? I think I just talked to you, so I want to talk to somebody different. What's your name, sweetie? Landon, L-A-N-D-O-N. Landon, tell me how you figured, first, which answer are you defending? Which answer do you think it is? 16, he says, so let's see if we can follow his thinking. Landon, what are you thinking? How'd you figure that out? Okay, talk to me about how you used your fingers. Where'd you start?
I started at 5.
Okay, so you started at 5, and then what happened?
I added 6.
Okay, so how did you add 6? Talk to me. You went 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so you added your 6, and you ended up at 11. And then what did you do, Landon?
And then I added 5.
Then you added 5 from 11. So talk to me about what happened now. You said?
11,
Uh-huh.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, so then he added his last 5, and he got 16. So what do we call that when we're counting like that? You know what you call that strategy? Yeah. Counting on. So Landon is using counting on. How many other people use counting on? Yeah, I saw some people using their fingers counting on. That's great. Now let's see. Is there a different way to solve this problem besides counting on? Tell me your name, sweetie.
Eva.
EVA. Eva, tell me what you did to solve this problem.
I knew that 5 plus 5 equaled 10.
Oh, I need you to stop right there for just a second, Eva. Eva said she knew 5 plus 5 equals 10. Turn and talk to that neighbor. Why do you think she wants to put her 5s together to make a 10 first? Talk to her neighbor. Why didn't you just count on like Landon did? I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that. with me, please. So Eva is over here moving numbers around. Can you move numbers around like that?
Yes.
Wow, okay, so she's made this a 10, and you guys were talking about why she would make this a 10. Why would she do that? So who wants to tell me what Eva is maybe thinking here? You want to talk to me? What do you think?
5 plus 5 equals 10. 6 more equals 16.
Oh, so he said 10 and 6 or 16. How many people did that, talked about that? Why is that, why would she do that though? Why didn't she just count on like Landon did? What do you think? Why would she want to make 10 and then say 6 more is 16 rather than just count on? What do you think?
Because it's easier this way.
What? Did you hear what she said? What did she say?
It's easier.
It's easier. We like adding 10, right? It says 10 and 6 are 16, right? So making that friendly number, that 10, really helps us get to the answer. So did we prove the answer was 16?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
So with the 16, now let's try one more problem, okay? We have counting on, we have Eva who made a 10. Let's see if we have another way to solve the different problem, okay? Here comes the different problem. I'm gonna put it on the bottom. Hopefully you can see it. Look at that answer. When you have the answer, put your thumb on. All right, so I see a lot of thumbs. Don't take the answers yet. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn and talk. I want you to talk to that neighbor. Here's what I want you to tell them. What's the sum, the answer to an addition problem? What's the sum? And how did you figure it out? The person with the longest hair goes first. So turn and talk. Oh, and there's our timer, so we'll finish up this conversation. Alright, so let's come back together. You all got to share your answer and your thinking with your partner. So someone raise your hand and let's tell me what the sum is, what the answer is. What's the answer, sweetie? You got 14. You may get a different answer than 14. You got a different, oh, you agree? We all agree it's 14? So let's share one more thinking on this one. How did we figure out it was 14? Back in the back, honey, tell me your name. Caitlin, can you spell that? Is it with an I or? Uh-huh. All right, Caitlin, tell us what you did to solve the problem, you and your partner. What? How many people did 5 plus 5 and made it 10 first? Yeah, why are we doing that again? That's not the order of these numbers. Shouldn't we do 4 plus 5 plus 5?
No.
No. So why do you think Caitlin's doing 10, making a 10? Everybody can say it. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. It's what?
It's a 10.
It's a 10, and it's a little what? You told us.
It's 4
4
more 1.
more ones. He's like, it's a 10 and 4 more ones. So I have my 14. So Caitlin, continue on. You said 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, and then what? How'd you know that it equals 14? You counted on, so you might have started here at 10 and said 11, 12, 13, 14 to get your plus 4. Nice job, Caitlin. You guys did an awesome job with your number talk today. You did a great job talking to your neighbors. And look at these ways we have to solve these problems. I think you like this friendly 10, don't you? You know what we call those? Friendly numbers. Can you say friendly numbers? Friendly numbers. They make math a little bit faster, a little bit easier for us to do in our heads than counting on, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to our seats. And as you're heading back to your seat, I want you to think about Valentine's. And on Valentine's, sometimes we make those little sacks. What are some things that go in those little sacks? So as you're walking back to your seat, I want you to think about that. So if you would quietly walk back to your seat, and I want you to think about Valentine's and what you put in the Valentine sacks.